From the research logs of Professor Kazix, lead xenoanthropologist, Galactic Science Academy. Day 247 of Earth observation. You know what's absolutely hilarious? The fact that I, Professor Kazix, most decorated xenoanthropologist of the Galactic Science Academy, am hiding behind a potted plant in an establishment called the Rusty Anchor, frantically documenting what might be the most terrifying species we've ever encountered. And the best part? The High Council thought I was exaggerating. Let me start from the beginning. 3 standard cycles ago, I was assigned to study what the Council termed a mild-mannered, emerging species on a planet designated as Sol 3, or as the natives call it, Earth. The assignment seemed straightforward enough: observe their social interactions, document their customs, and determine their threat level to the galactic community. Recording begins. Observation log, entry 1147. Location, Earth drinking establishment. Time, what they call a Friday night. Note to self, invest in better camouflage technology. This decorative vegetation is hardly adequate. The first thing you should know about humans is that they're deceptively primitive. Sure, they've barely reached their own moon, and yes, they still think talking into little rectangular devices is the height of technology. But don't let that fool you. Oh no, don't you dare let that fool you. I chose the Rusty Anchor as my observation point because it seemed to be a gathering place for various human subspecies, what they call professions. There's Mike, a massive specimen who pilots something called a big rig, primitive ground transport, and Jake, who apparently builds things. How quaint. They were sitting peacefully at what humans designation a bar, essentially a long surface for holding fermented beverages. Now, here's where things get interesting. Humans have this fascinating concept called personal space. It's like an invisible force field that, when breached, can trigger the most remarkable transformations. And tonight, oh tonight, I witnessed such a transformation that I'm still shaking all 3 of my appendages. Observation log, supplemental, subject Mike has consumed his 5th fermented grain liquid. Vital signs show elevated heart rate. Subject Jake appears to be engaging in what they call venting about his boss. Fascinating social bonding ritual. The catalyst was so mundane, it's almost laughable. A third human, let's call him Brad, wearing what appears to be a business casual ceremonial garment, bumped into Mike's arm. The liquid in Mike's glass spilled. Just a few drops, really. In any civilized society, this would warrant perhaps a formal apology and an exchange of insurance information. But no. Oh no. Emergency log entry, something is happening. The air pressure seems to have changed. Subject Mike's facial pigmentation is altering. By the Grand Archive, is this some form of metamorphosis? What happened next defies all known laws of physics and several universal constants. Mike, all 300 pounds of him, moved with the grace of a Zentarian ballet dancer and the speed of a quantum particle. His fist, and let me be clear here, a human fist should not be able to generate that kind of force, connected with Brad's jaw in what they call a right hook. Urgent log entry, chaos. Absolute chaos. The humans are exhibiting impossible physical capabilities. Subject Jake has just lifted a wooden seating apparatus with one arm. They're not supposed to be this strong. The council said they were mild-mannered. The scene that unfolded could only be described as. Actually, I don't think our language has words for it. Humans, previously engaged in peaceful consumption of beverages, transformed into whirlwinds of controlled violence. Chairs flew through the air with trajectories that would make a quantum physicist weep. The sound of what they call country music provided a bizarrely appropriate soundtrack to the mayhem. But here's the truly terrifying part: they were enjoying it. Log entry, possibly my last. Subject Mike has just endured what should be a consciousness-ending impact to his cranial region. He's laughing. These creatures feel joy from physical combat. Update classification immediately: apex predators, extreme danger, approach with caution. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stopped. The humans, many now decorated with what they call bruises, temporary color changes to their external layer, began. Helping each other up? Offering beverages? Becoming friends? Final log entry of the evening. I have just witnessed subject Mike and Brad, who moments ago were attempting to reconfigure each other's facial features, engage in something called a bro hug and exchange contact information. They are now sharing stories and laughing about the combat. This defies all known behavioral patterns of sentient species. My official report to the Galactic Council reads as follows: Urgent classification update, Earth, Sol 3, species, human, Homo sapiens, threat level, extreme recommendation, do not engage. Special notes. 1. Humans appear to use physical combat as a social bonding mechanism. 2. They possess strength and durability far beyond their apparent physical capabilities. 3. Their emotional states can shift from peaceful to violent and back to peaceful in timeframes that should be physiologically impossible. 4. They appear to be immune to normal pain responses. 5. Most worryingly, they seem to enjoy activities that would traumatize most sentient species. And here's the most terrifying part, dear readers. Yesterday, I discovered that humans consider themselves to be fairly peaceful compared to other Earth species. They have creatures called honey badgers and geese that they claim are much worse. I've submitted my resignation from the Xenoanthropology department. I'm retiring to a nice, quiet moon where the most dangerous thing is periodic meteor showers. At least meteors follow the laws of physics. End report. Postscript: the Galactic Council has officially designated Earth as a do not approach zone. They've also banned the import of human beverages called tequila and vodka, citing them as weapons of mass destruction. Postscript: I've just been informed that what I witnessed was, and I quote, just a minor scuffle. Apparently, humans have something called hockey that's much more intense. May the cosmic forces have mercy on us all. End of report, filed by Professor Kazix, currently in self-imposed exile on Proxima Centauri b, still occasionally waking up screaming.